I think the days of folks internationally thinking we have a weak president are over. I believe President Trump when he says he's going to do everything he can to get the hostages home, and I would believe him when he says they'll be held to pay if they're not. So I think a lot of Americans are going to be really happy to see someone aggressive sitting in the Oval Office, someone that says what they mean, and when they draw a red line, they're going to stick to it. So I am certainly hopeful. I'm not sure confident, but hopeful that this will lead to the return of the hostages, which, by the way, for those not counting, has been more than 400 days.
Brian, for any president coming into office, those first 100 days are really critical. It's a time when they can potentially really get things done. What would be your recommendation to President-elect Trump for his first 100 days here?
Focus on the policy. It is very clear that America rejected Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their policies, wokeism, all of that, to focus on the policies and not get caught up in the fight du jour. I'm not sure President Trump is capable of doing that, but it would be nice if he focused on the policies, because I'm quite confident if that were going to be the centerpiece of his administration for the next 100 days, then his post-100 days grade would be quite high.
Brian, the concern, though, I think a lot of folks within the Republican Party is he will not focus on policy, that in fact he will focus on avenging whatever slights he thinks he may have suffered over the past number of years and go after enemies. What's the risk there that this presidency and his policies may get derailed by some of that activity?
Well, that is certainly possible. I think we've all been to the Trump movie before, but to do so would, one, adversely impact his poll numbers, adversely impact his legacy, and have really possibly hurt the Republicans in 2026. So let's say he gets involved in retribution and revenge now, then any policy gains or changes to this country will be short-lived if Republicans hand control back to the Senate and the House of Representatives in 2026. I'm not sure what President Trump is going to do. None of us really know, but it sure would be great for the country and for his political legacy if he focused on getting wins in the House and Senate. And right now he has the numbers to do that. Barely in the House, but he has the majority nonetheless.
Brian, Trump is about to embark on what many believe to be the largest deportation program in U.S. history. Curious, how does he plan to round them all up, and where does he plan to send them?
I don't have an answer for that, but I do know that there is a mandate to do that. President Trump could not have been more clear during the campaign that mass deportation was part of the agenda. It is certainly his job and his responsibility as head of the executive branch to lead that effort. I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but it sure feels like that's what the American people signed off on in the November election.